Hello, my name is Boneless and welcome to my Enigma jungling guide. First of all, when I jungle Enigma, I activate the auto attack function. It's really useful so that the Eidolons will begin to attack instantly after you move them. Then I use the tab key to switch between Enigma and his Eidolons. And also, when you want to move this one injured Eidolon, you should click on the picture down here. Because this way you can just pinpoint exactly the one Eidolon that's taking damage, then you can click on that Eidolon and then you can get it out of harm's way. And if you click on the ground to select the injured Eidolon, you might misclick, and then all it takes is one misclick, and then you lose an Eidolon before they multiply, and that's really bad. So apparently you won't be able to see the picture down here actually, because this is a replay, but just know that I'm using the picture down here to select your injured Eidolon, that's all you need to know. So start off by standing right here and then deny one of the creeps of the wave. Ask your mid player if you should deny the range creep or the melee creep. It doesn't really matter that much. Then go back to the fountain and stand there for just a second, no longer than that. I shift key my movement actually, you can do that if you prefer. It's important that you stand ready in front of the hard camp by the 30-second mark with the creep spawn. So I am moving my Eidolons and my hero to this spot here right in front of the trees. So start off by hitting the big creep. And as soon as your demonic conversions is off cooldown, use it to convert the second biggest creep of the camp, because obviously you cannot convert the biggest creep of the camp into Eidolons. And now it gets tricky. You can face tank a little bit if you want to, but really what you want to do is to let your Eidolons tank while you're standing in the back. So as soon as Enigma is not tanking anymore, you should use your clarity. So you need to micro your Eidolons. When one of them is close to dying, you need to pull it back. You cannot lose your Eidolons, especially not before they multiply. That's gonna be really bad, you lose a lot of farming time. So again, I'm just selecting all the Eidolons and then I'm using the little picture down here to move the injured Eidolon back. When the camp is almost dead, you should move Enigma towards the medium camp while your Eidolons are killing off the last creep, because you want to stack the medium camp with Midnight Pulse. So put down your Midnight Pulse at 55 on this area. This will cut down the trees and stack the camp. If you use your clarity correctly, you will have enough mana to both put down the Midnight Pulse and create new Eidolon when it's off cooldown. Create your new Eidolons while the creeps are pulled away from this camp, so create them here and not here. If you get Wild Wings in the first camp, that won't give you enough experience required for level 2. But later on I'll show you exactly how to deal with the first camp depending on what creeps you get. I'll go through all the different scenarios later. But for now, notice that I had the courier bring me a soul ring, and also I used the Midnight Pulse on the hard camp. And look at the positioning of my Eidolons here. Right here behind the hill is a perfect place for your Eidolons to be. They're not losing any time and they're killing this hard camp really quickly. While your Eidolons are just killing off the last creep of the hard camp here, you might want to leave a little sooner because you want to be in time to stack the medium camp up here. But you also want to be in experience for the last creep dying, so it's a little bit of balancing. So stack around 53 to 55. If you're too late to stack, just kill the camp instead. And then you go back to clear these two camps here. These two camps here are a little easier to kill because you have the high ground advantage. And also they are a little bit closer to base, so it's a little bit safer. So use these camps as much as possible. And from here it's just rinse repeat. Depending on when you made the Eidolons, you might be able to stack by sending one of the multiplied Eidolons instead of Enigma himself. In a real game you might have to get the courier, you might have to get wards, you might have to pull some tangos to the mid lane or whatever. With Enigma you can do all of this and still just farm really fast with nothing but clarities. Tangos can be really useful for cutting down a few trees, which can make you access some of the camps faster, but you don't have to. Notice here that I'm actually looking at the timer, so I can see that the wolves here got pulled at 43. You don't want to pull anything later than 43 if you want to stack the camp, and I do indeed want to stack this camp. So I pull the Eidolons back a little bit and then I pull it again at 53. And here, exactly at the 3-minute mark, I make another Midnight Pulse and that will help me to kill off the stack here. And again, the micro is really important, micro your Eidolons carefully. Put the injured Eidolon back by using the little picture down here. So I was a little slow at making new Eidolons here. You should always make new Eidolons as soon as possible, right after it's off cooldown. I believe Enigma is currently the second fastest jungler after Axe. Cuddle, Bloodseeker and maybe Beastmaster is also up there, but they're just a little bit slower than this. In this game I get my level 6 at 345 even without the Iron Talon, and this is obviously really good at level 6 timing. But I got a bunch of wolves and satyrs in this replay, and they give the most XP. So on average I get my level 6 just after the 4-minute mark. I think between 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 15 seconds. That would be the average level 6 timing. So in real games, you can expect to get that if you're not interrupted and if you don't mess up the very first camp. As always, I desperately need more views, so please share this video on Facebook or other platforms. Tell your friends, subscribe to my channel if you like my stuff. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you next time. Peace.